Good evening, campers. How are we all doing? Mick's gone early with his predictions already. I'll come on to that in a sec, Mick. How are we doing, people? It's Monday night. It's Bitesize. I'm here for the next couple of minutes, Mick. And we're going to be talking about, well, anything you want, really. Running shoes, whatever. It's race week for me. Berlin Marathon's at the end of this week, so I've got to do a bit of running, which is a bit annoying. But yes, how are we all doing, people? You know the drill, hopefully, by now. If you're listening to this for the first time, it's our Monday night live stream, and we record this as a podcast and put it out. And it's filmed live, and hopefully you guys get involved. Ask some questions, chat away, whatever you want to do, which is kind of awesome. And then we'll go through those. So if you've got any questions or anything, stick them in the chat and we'll get onto them soon. Thanks, Gary. But yes, so that's how we do it. No Friday show this week. None at all, because we've got a pre-record because we're all in Berlin, basically. So check out Friday show, which is a pre-record. I think that comes out midnight or something like that. So that's on Friday. I'm still not 100% sure whether I'm going to be here next Monday or not. I haven't worked that out yet because obviously I've got the Berlin Marathon on Sunday. So, I am so tired this week. I had a busy weekend, hence me yawning live on air. But yeah, so I don't know whether there'll be one on Monday. Let me know if you want a show on Monday or not. Keen to know your input. In terms of shoes and things like that, just as I'll tell you that bit in a minute. I'll let everybody load up. I'll give you some Adidas news in a minute. But in terms of shoes, we've got the More 5 video tomorrow. We've also got a Max Stacked shoe. I pick my top Max Stack shoe this week on Thursday. On Saturday, I can't remember. Although, no, I'll tell you what I might do on Saturday. You just reminded me. So I don't know if I think I showed you last week on. Yeah, I think it might have been this one. I showed you the Reeboks, the Floating X ones. I may actually film that before I go to Berlin this week. And we're running around in them. So, yeah, that might be. That might be an idea. I might do that. So, yes, Saturday video may be a Reebok one. It depends if I get time to film it or not. Not sure. So, yes, that's that. So that's the videos. What else do we need to know? Oh, so Adidas embargo, I think, lifts this week. I think it's Wednesday from the Pro 4. So it'll be either, I think there's a launch event on Thursday. Pro 4, Adidas Pro 4 is a launch event in Berlin, I believe. So I think the embargo may lift on Wednesday. So you may see a load of Adidas Pro 4 videos this week. Not from me, by the way. I am not talking about that. Still a very sensitive subject. So yes, that I think is this week. So anybody who's been waiting for the Pro 4, I think you're going to get some stuff this week from Believe in the Run, people like that. So watch out for all of that coming your way. So I think that's it in terms of you're up to speed. Thank you very much to everybody who said hello to me yesterday at the Vitality 10K. I really appreciate it. Some really nice people come up to me. So thank you very much to all of you who said hello to me at the weekend. I really do appreciate it. I think that's about it, isn't it? So shall we get stuck in? So yeah, I'm just going to say good evening to everybody. Thank you. If you are joining us a little bit later, make sure you get your comments into the live stream chat box and we will work our way through them quickly. So yes, any comments, questions, whatever you want to talk about, get in there. Okay, right. So I'm sniffing still. Good evening, Mick. Mick, it's not going to be 42 minutes. So I want to do a relatively quick show tonight because I'm a bit tired from the weekend. So I want to watch a bit of Queen of the South and get to bed early. And also it's race week, Mick. I need an early night. Good evening. Okay. Evening, Chris. 4 weeks to Yorkshire Marathon. Plan coming together nicely. Look forward to. Yeah, big shout out to Ian. Big shout out to Dawn as well. I've seen it. And anybody else who's on our performance coaching app. I don't know whether you saw Michael Sandiford, just to give you an idea yesterday. Michael Sandiford, who uses our performance coaching app, which is my coaching basically. He ran top 30, came in 32 minutes and change. Took 30 seconds off of his PB in the 10K distance, which is a lot for a 10K at that sort of distance. So, and that's all relative. we've got loads of runners doing different speeds and stuff, but just to give you an idea of how much it does actually work. So if you're interested in getting faster, you want to get more consistent, maybe you've got a target race or just a race in general, first marathon, whatever, and you want some coaching, get involved, people. It's getting amazing results. Michael Sandiford proved that yesterday by running top 30 in Vitality 10K. So super proud of him. Super proud of all my runners, actually, who smashed it yesterday. But just to give you an example, and Ian is one of them. So, yeah, thanks, Gary. Pablo, enjoyed Friday's pod about parkrun. Thank you very much. Yeah, we had a discussion about parkrun on Friday. I think it was quite a balanced discussion about it because it's 20 years old. So we cracked on with that. So I'd recommend you check that out. If you like parkrun, then I'd really check that out. Okay. Don't know the username, so I'll ignore that. Sorry. Fordy, a good question. SL2, Max 6 or Nova Blast, which one for you? I would probably go the SL2. I like both the other shoes. Although there is in the and I'll leave this for you. Okay, I'm going to tell you about this today. There is a remark I make in Thursday's video about Max Stack shoes. Wait, so how let me just give you some of the process. So we film it I film it, I then edit it, and then I load it onto YouTube and whatnot. And then over a period of time, because we try and like get a week ahead or whatever. Some of them are a little bit longer, but a week ahead. I'll then view them back to make sure they're all okay and ready to go out. And I watch back the Max Stack one, and I make a comment about Hoka. I'm just going to leave that. It's like one of them Easter eggs. So I'm gonna put that in there about the Hoka comment in that video, and I'll leave that to you. So Adidas SL2 is my shoe of choice, although I don't like Adidas. I'm now anti-Adidas. Okay, Adidas can jog on, so SL2 is a great shoe, and I'd pick it out of those three mainly because of price, to be honest. But I don't like Adidas. I'm like anti-Adidas. Oh, I've just seen. I'm going to give him a shout out now. It's Herm. Alex. Alex is in the chat. Alex, so if you're coming to Berlin, we are doing a non-shakeout run in Berlin at 8:00 on Saturday morning at Hayden's Hotel. Mainly because we couldn't be bothered to go anywhere else. So we are, and Herm said he's going to come along because he wants to eat pancakes. But Herm, I've got no idea. We're going to go into Hayden's Hotel, Herm, and we're gonna eat whatever's in Hayden's hotel. I think that sounds like a good plan, to be honest with you, bruv. And then I've got to go to the expo. I've got to get my number. So we can go and have some pancakes in Hayden's hotel. And then we do. So message Hayden on Instagram, ask him why he's so small, and then say to him, Hayden, you sorting out the pancakes. So if you want to come along, we're going to the Novotel near Tiergarten, 8:00. It's not a shakeout run. We are avoiding the circus. Come along, okay? Just if you want easy jog. We don't care if it's just me and Herm and Hayden. We don't care if it's just the three of us. If you want to come along, hang out, great. If not, crack on. Okay, I can't remember if I answered the question or not. I apologise. Blame Herm. It's not my fault. Hi, everyone. Back from London after another fab weekend with the family. It was a great weekend. Gary, any shoes you're looking forward to in 2025 that you can't talk about? Any shoes I can't talk about? I'm not looking forward to anything from Adidas. No. I'm more interested, not specific shoes. I'm interested actually more in the direction of the racing shoes because I think the Meta Speed shoes were unbelievable in terms of lightness and giddy up and whatnot. And this year we saw a lot of like sort of racing shoes gain a bit of weight. So I'm interested to see whether we sort of strip some of that weight down. Yeah. So let's see. I tell you, shoe I ran the Vitality 10K New Balance. The agency sorted me out a pair of SC Trainer threes for that run, and I have to say, and I've been using them in training. They really are a good shoe, but they're so expensive. £230. It's just daylight robbery, but it's such a good shoe. It's such a shame it's like not £170 because so many people would love that shoe. It really is a cracking shoe. I wore it yesterday in a peeing down the rain on a training run 2 weeks ago. It was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And then yesterday, 8 minute miles, I think it was a 7:45 actually. It was brilliant. So I've got to give that shoe a bit of love. But yeah, I'm more interested, Gary, going back to your original question, sorry, is I want to see what they do with race shoes. I want to see where we go in terms of direction. More interested in is weight, really. Robert was just going to say, all right, Fordy, you're looking at top. I am. I'm exhausted. To be honest with you, I'm so tired. It's just the weekend. I had a really busy weekend, running around as always. But this is a really busy time for me. I've been like races. I've got this weekend. I've got a weekend off. I'm planning to go fishing, and then I've got Manchester half. Then I've got the Yorkshire marathon, and then I'm down in tools. Although we've got our Christmas run on the 27th of November. Get on the website, sign up for that, and we've also got a shakeout run for Yorkshire marathon if you're going to that. What shoes for Berlin? Just rest up after Berlin and come back in 2 weeks. Yeah, I think I might take Monday off. I've got the Saucony Dolphin Pro 4s for Berlin, is what I'm wearing, mainly because I've got a pair of socks that match them from Shoe. You use code 4015. You're welcome. Okay. So Richard is reporting back on the Speed 4s that arrived last week. What an upgrade versus the Max 5s I'm running in. Thanks for the recommendation. I'm glad they worked. Yep, Speed 4, cracking shoe. Although quite noisy in the rain. How many majors have I done? I've done 3 of the majors. I've done, which you maybe I see behind me if you're on the pod, you won't. But there's my London medals there. I've got New York there, and I've got Berlin there. So Berlin's up there. So I'm running Berlin for the second time, and as you can see, there's 6 London marathon medals there, and then I've got New York up there. Planning to run Chicago next year if I can afford it, because I will not get a sponsor invite for that one. I don't want to go too deep into that. I'm very sensitive about certain things at the moment. Another brand that I'm upset with. Any thoughts on the Mizuno Wave Rebellion Pro for a sub 90-minute half marathon? Seen them on Start Fitness. Yeah, I think honestly, I've got a video that I filmed this weekend. I've got a couple of videos actually, all about like budget racing shoes, budget like training shoes, and that's one of the ones that's on there. It's a good shoe. It's a good shoe. But you've got to. It's hard, but you've got to try. It's quite aggressive. But yeah, I think it's worth a go. There was a lot of love for the shoe, the Wave Rebellion Pro 2, and it is so cheap at the moment. If it works for you, I think you're going to have a great time with it. And it is one of the shoes that I mentioned in an upcoming video. So watch out for that one. Look, I'm just actually before we get the Matt Nash question. If you're joining us late, a couple of bits of admin. Get your questions in. We're doing the film. This is a live stream. As always, put it as a podcast. So get your questions into the comments, the chat section. I'll come onto them. Don't forget, we're trying to get to 22 million subscribers. So you all need to subscribe. Berlin not shakeout run is at 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday at the Novotel Tiergarten. We're all going to Hayden's Hotel to cause havoc. Come along to that. Yorkshire Marathon Shakeout Run is up on the website. If you want some coaching, then head over to fordyruns.com. I think that's it. You're up to speed. Right. The Matt Nat question is here. In your opinion, what makes a good running YouTube channel? What's something you really value in YouTube content? Oh, it's a good question. This is a rabbit hole, especially the way I'm feeling at the moment. I think what makes a good YouTube channel for me on something I watch, and I watch basically fishing, because that's my new hyper focus. Anyone with ADHD will get where I'm with that. Is it has to be sort of a story, but told in a really engaging way that sort of works for me. I think everybody's different, yeah. And for me, it's a telling of a story, but in a nice way. So I'll give you an example. Fishing with Cole. I don't know if anyone's seen that, but the way he tells the story, I like the way he navigates through a subject or navigates through a journey or a trip. But he uses B-roll, he uses the scenery, he uses he'll clip to something else. I like that storytelling element of what he's doing on YouTube. That's what I like watching. Um and I'm trying to learn from creators like that, if I'm honest. It's a bit different when you're running, I would say. You can't set up shots, and stuff like that and things like that. It's a little bit harder, but I'm always learning from that. And what's something you really value in YouTube content? Now, for me, it's transparency and honesty. Um, I don't want to name names because that's just not the way I roll. But I've seen where just running YouTube shoe reviewers are putting out reviews and they've literally just done 5 miles in it and it's the best shoe, best this, best that, and you're just like, dude, you've got the mileage up on Strava. I mean, how can you make a call on it? Or it's like the best long run shoe. You've not done a long run shoe, not done a long run in it, and that sort of thing. So I just think it's honesty and transparency and integrity. I get sick and tired of seeing large channels trying to do email grabs and then sell hats. I think that's annoying. So again, where's the transparency? Where's the integrity in that sort of thing? So I try and stay away. And again, I'm not deliberately picking on anybody. Please don't take that. But I value honesty and integrity. And that's again somebody like Fishing with Cole. The guy is pretty straight up. Do you know what I mean? I just think it's brilliant. His channel. It's just about, the journey in which he's on. I think that's the sort of thing that I'm after. Is that all right? Brilliant question as always, Matt. Brilliant. Okay, Tom, got a PB of 51 minutes in the Vitality 10K, including a high five with you on the course. Well done, Tom. Great 40 rounds to turn out and even saw the legendary Hobbit t-shirt collection. Don't think it even broke sweat. No, he's I tell you what, Hayden is in very good shape at the moment. He ran 134 at the Great North Run and it looked like he ain't done nothing. It's incredible. Any inside information on Super Blast 2? I would say I don't have any inside information. What I can say is that you haven't got long to wait for some new colorways to drop. Richard, buzzing that he took 5 minutes off his Vitality 10, off his 5 minutes off his 10K PB yesterday on a wet trail. Well done, Richard. What shoes were you in? Good to know what shoes you're in. Just picked up, Dan Cash picked up just seeing what you wrote, Chairman. Just picked up the Puma Velocity Nitro 2 Gore-Tex for 54 quid on Start Fitness. Any experience? Gore-Tex shoes are funny things. I like a pair of Gore-Tex shoes, mainly because this country that we live in rains a lot, hence, this weekend. But they do make your feet sweat. That's the only thing. It's a fine balance with those Gore-Tex shoes. But I like a pair. So, yeah. Good luck. Let us know how you get on. But Gore-Tex shoes are a funny old thing. I think they're very individual. They do get quite warm. So, coaching question for Robert. I have a Windsor half on Sunday and Cardiff half the week after, which is his A race. Week between my plan is Monday, Tuesday rest, Wednesday tempo, Thursday easy, Friday off, Saturday shakeout. So your half marathons on the Sunday, I would run that first half of that at target pace, and then I would go to super easy at Windsor. So first 6 miles, run target goal pace, and then back right out of it and go easy. Monday rest. Tuesday I would go out and do up to 60 minutes, nice and easy, but no more than that. Maybe half hour to 45 minutes is probably a good shout. Wednesday, Temmo, get your legs turning over. Again, maximum 45 minutes. Thursday, I would rest. Friday, you could do an easy run or rest. And Saturday, easy park run or something like that. That's probably a good shout. Do it that way. Pablo, Chris, for somebody with pronation, do you think it's better for somebody to wear support shoes or try and improve form? Personally, I would always improve form. There's nothing wrong with stability shoes at all. They do a good job, but I would sort of work really in the gym, work on strength, mobility, that sort of thing, and try and improve your form in something that maybe is a little bit milder than maybe like a Kayano. But most important thing with that, if you've got stability needs, is to get your gait analysed properly by a professional, not by some 16-year-old in a shop. Get it done properly and then work out the process from there. Right, evening from Rod. I know anyone know where I can get my hands on Saucony Pro 4s, white and black. Tried to start fitness them, but no luck. Didn't even know they did a white and black version. Why white and black, Rod? Is it because it matches your outfit? Let us know. Right, here we go. What's this next one? Recommendation on a shoe for light trail 6-hour race. Light trail. Well, Richard just ran a half PB in the Saucony Exodus Ultra. Just putting that out there. Just putting that out there. Did you hear about the spelling mistake? I did, David Turner, and I thought it was hilarious. Although I did think maybe what they did, and I'm not very happy with London Marathon events at the moment, and I've not reached out to them because it's like, is there any point to it? But I'm really, really upset with them about something, which I won't go into. But I think with the Vitality 10K t-shirts, they probably realised, and then they probably went back and went, you know what, we'll have, I don't know, 500 quid off the price or something, and hope nobody spots. I reckon that's what they did. So I reckon they got a good deal on them. Is my point. Okay, I'm not going to try and pronounce that name. I'm really sorry. I'm ignorant, so you'll have to just take my apology on that one. But took your advice on using the new out-of-the-box Pro 3, so the Belfast half, no issues, and got a course PB. There you go. Love it. Absolutely love it. Well done, you. I love it when people say, I took your advice and it worked out. It's fantastic. Chris, you guys have some quite low 6 and 7s to another YouTuber for this year's. I take. Do you know why quite low? I've already booked for next year. What? Chris, you guys have some quite lows 6 and 7s to another YouTuber for this year's Vitality 10K. I don't know what that means. Have some quite low 6 and. Do you know why quite low? I've already booked for next year. TD Comms, come back, clear up what you're trying to say. I'm not sure what your guys have some quite low 6s and 7s to another YouTuber for this year's Vitality 10K. Come back, let me know. I'm not really sure what you're going on about. I'm here for a little bit longer, so just quickly come back. Threads and Threads have most sizes of the Super Plus 2. Good shout there. Charles, about the 1080, the V13 upper is a little bit of stretchiness to it. Is the V14 upper also stretchy or more regular? It's more regular. It's more regular. Okay. Greg ran a PB of 41.41 at Warrington yesterday, but run through messed up my time, so I just appear as my number is in the results. Greg, does it really matter? Nah. You'll run quicker than that, bruv. HF Prepper. Have you got any advice you can give me regarding with running with Achilles issues right now? Yeah, go see a physio. Okay, I don't know what that is. Coming down. Chris, looking at getting a 965 soon. Is it worth holding out for a new 975? It's interesting. This is a very good question. I'm a big fan of my 965, like a huge fan. But what I have noticed, and I don't know why, but recently my battery life has been getting significantly worse. Now it might be because I put more stuff on there in terms of stuff I'm looking at, but I have noticed that my battery life is slowly but surely getting worse. Interesting, huh? So although I love the 965, I'm wearing it here. I love it. I'm going to monitor this issue with the battery and see what happens. Alex, call them out, call them out. Honestly, bro, I'm seething with 2, 3, 4, 5 brands slash race events, things like that, and I'm doing my very best not to say what I want to. Look, Charles, we look back and scoff at how low stack older max cushion shoes are. Do you think it'll be like that in the future, where today's shoes are considered low stack? I don't know. I think low stack could be coming back. We've got the max stack video coming out on Thursday. I mean, one of the shoes has got 47 mil in it. But I do think like lower slung shoes could find their way back slowly but surely. Let's see. Although the Pacer from New Balance is nobody buys it, nobody wears it. So I think there's a little element of that. We'll see. Life of a London cabbie. If I'm doing Saucony 10K and I have a plan set up on my Garmin to do the race with a time goal of 1 hour, then I have the big half after. Do I restart for another plan? As I've never done a half marathon plan. I would look at it as a total block. I don't know why you're trying to separate the two, unless you're specifically targeting one race. I would look at it overall, because those races are close to each other. So I would look at the block as a total block and sort of pick one, and go from there. But yeah, I wouldn't necessarily, unless you were running, if you're targeting one of those races to run a certain time, then train for one of them, or look at it collectively. Again, we do all that with the performance coaching sort of stuff on the app. Tell us who the YouTuber was when you hit 22 million subscribers. I can tell you the YouTubers. How about that? Just go on Strava. Okay. Oh, is it right? Let's go there. Top man, cheers, Fordy. I may swap the race pace segment of my wins the half, as the first 3K is basically all uphill and the last is downhill. Yeah, so do 3K warm up, hit some goal pace, and then cool down. Good luck either way. Let us know, yeah. What shoe, Jasmine? Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. I'm going to wear the Saucony Pro 4s because I've got matching socks. That's the only reason. I've got a pair of shoe socks, and it's the only reason I'm wearing that shoe. It's because my socks match, and it looks good with the rest of my outfit. And it's not Adidas. Okay. It's not Mizuno either. Regarding the Berlin breakfast run, there are 2 Novotels. It's the Tiergarten. It's the Tiergarten, people. Don't go to the other one. Alf, have you got any bad experience using naked band fuel belts, good or bad? Flip belt is what I've used and will use in the Berlin Marathon. I use that because, so I put in my half tights, I put my gels down sort of either side of my half tights, because I have 3 in each side. And then in my flip belt, I have my phone and I have a camera battery. And obviously, if I've got like a room key or whatever, I'll put that in there. So that's what I have in the flip belt. So I only wear that for a marathon now, the flip belt, because I have shorts which have those pockets on. So I don't tend to wear that if I'm running. But it's the flip belt that I have. But it's the flip belt with the zip. Actually, I've got one here. Apologies for the pod. Flip belt there. I'm holding up to the camera. But it's got this zip on the front here. It's got all pockets that you can shove stuff in around here. But basically, my phone goes in there, my spare GoPro battery, and my room key. That is coming to Berlin. I've actually got a black one, which is one I'll take. I've got 2. Mick, for the other week, you mentioned a site where you can buy the laces for ASICS shoes. I want to buy some Pro 3s from the brand you fell out with. No, I don't fell out with them. I just don't like them. They don't value the fact that they sold more Pro 3s in this country because of me, and they don't value that. But I reckon I can't remember. I can't remember where it was. Was it not on Amazon? I can't, Mick, I have to wrap my brain about it. Okay, best marathon for a first timer in Europe. Paris, Barcelona. Come to Paris with me. I've never done it, so I can't say it's the best for the first timer. But let's come with me. We're going to do it together. Yeah, sound like a plan? Come on, Zach. Let's go and do it together. Sign up today, and we're going to run that together. Because I'm in Paris next year. Answered that. To be honest, the best answer though, I'm serious for a point, is Amsterdam. It's brilliant. It's like the best marathon in terms of your first. The atmosphere in the Olympic Stadium is awesome. Course is great, flat down the canal paths. It's fantastic. I would. Um, it's such a good. It's like a rave at the start. Watch. I tell you what. Go into my channel and watch my Amsterdam Marathon race vlog and the build up. It's so noisy in there. It's like a massive rave before you go out. Hi, matey. I have the A6 GT 2012. Have you had a chance to check out? Now, funny enough, I emailed one of our retail partners about this, and they were like, "It's not much difference." So get the others cheaper. Best trail shoe to train and racing. I really like, and I put it out, I think last week, the Fuji. Well, no, Meta Fuji. That's the one I really like at the moment. I had the Fuji Speed, and for the geezer who said to me, "Oh, there's a big difference between the Fuji Speed and the Meta Fuji." I know, and the Meta Fuji doesn't replace the Fuji Speed. I know, it replaced it for me. Okay, on that video, just to be absolutely clear, I switched out my Fuji Speed 2s for the Meta Fuji, basically because that's what they sent me, and it works. I really like the shoe. It's got a carbon plate in it. I don't think it's got the best lugs in the world, like 2 to 3 mils, but I think it's a great shoe. Just works for me. So you might enjoy that. David has noticed his battery life and his Epic's dropping. I wonder if it's the latest up. Yeah, it could be something like that, Dave. It's a good chat. It's really weird. It's really been tailing off the battery life in my Garmin. Oh, here's someone else who just said about this. As some the update over the weekend is meant to fix the battery issues. I've not updated my watch. So mate, I'm going to do that straight after. Is it sitting on there? Because I'll do that. Thank. This is why it's great to tune in with you guys and listen to this because I learn stuff. It's brilliant. Maybe the More 6 will have a stack of 100 mil in there. I really like the More V5. Right, I'm just going to put that out there as a sort of comfortable bit of walking, bit of running, easy recovery shoe. Like it's not a shoe that you would do or that I would do like 100 miles in. It's a shoe I'll just pull out and have pulled out on the days I feel absolutely ruined, broken, a bit like today, and that sort of thing. I'm taking it to Berlin with me to walk about in. It's so comfortable. It really is such a comfortable shoe. It really is. It's just lovely. Is the Adios 9? Oh, I keep meaning to ask about this. I forgot about it. Sorry. Come on, Chris. You haven't heard a problem. Honestly, John, I'm like a ticking bomb at the moment. I am like a ticking bomb with when it gets to the point where you just had enough. I talked about this in therapy the other day. I was literally I'm just at that point where I've just about had enough of all the BS out there. It's just it's so hard to sit here and say nothing because of the way I am, the way I'm built, diverse and whatever. I shoot from the hip. I can't, and I'm very black and white, and you either do it the right way, or you do it the wrong way, in my view. Okay, that's very polarizing. But so I get very frustrated with certain things, very frustrated. Yeah, I'll give you an example. So for Vitality 10K yesterday, yeah, Vitality 10K, we had the biggest participation there as a club, volunteers, everything. But we're nowhere to be seen on their social media feed. It makes no sense to me. And I'm not. I know I'm not saying this because I want the world to see what we do. We don't need to do that. But it frustrates me because that our runners, our volunteers are doing such a great job out there, but they don't get the love that others do. And I don't understand why there's such a discrepancy. Well, I do, but I can't say it. Why there's such a discrepancy, and that infuriates me because I just don't think it's right. I think everybody should be representative. Anyway, but I think if you've got like amazing volunteers out there who sat there in the rain, show them some love, yeah. And that really, really frustrates me. And that's London Marathon events. Just to start with them. Yeah, so there's just all these little things. I mean, in terms of the problems in the world, it's like below the bottom of the list. But that sort of thing just irritates me because I see our club members, community members, standing there in the rain and getting no love from London Marathon events on the race day, and I think that's a disgrace. You see what I mean? That's just one person, in place, business, whatever they call them. John, honestly, I could go on all night, but I don't think it's healthy. Don't ask me about Adidas. Any recommendations on the best fuel to take between 20? Have a look at Kendall Mint Company. Use the code Fordy runs. Okay, he's back. This is the question. So, should read. You guys gave another YouTuber low scores for this year's Vitality. Any idea why so low? Your guys gave another YouTuber. I don't know who that YouTuber is. So somebody's out there filming my guys giving their scores. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? So another YouTuber was asking our runners like for their scores, like basically. So if you've never seen one of our videos, I think this is what we're talking about. I've always asked the guys for ratings, how to rate events and stuff like that. Obviously, somebody's now doing the same thing, I guess, from what you're saying, and they're asking. Our video for the Vitality 10K comes out on Sunday. Eilish McColgan gives her rating as well. And thank you very much, Eilish. She won't listen to this, but she was a hero and got involved. I will wait till that video. One of our team like surprises me how much he loses it about the Vitality 10K, which was hilarious. But I think that's what you're referring to, isn't it? Your guys gave another YouTuber, so I don't know who that is who's copying what we're doing. Low scores for the Vitality. Any idea why? I do know why they're so low, but watch Sunday's video. Sorry. I think that's what you mean. Herm, you know what? I do. And now you're coming. This just cheered me up no end. We'll have to talk about that another day, Wayne, because I've just seen Mick's question. Comment. Talking about runs in Amsterdam, are you playing a 40 shaker? Yes. Sorry. I am, Beth. Don't get me started on the National Running Show. That's another organisation business that I could spend hours. I could do a podcast on each of these companies for about 30 minutes. I'd probably get a lawsuit from all of them, ranting and raving about them. Because again, that is a show that I don't want to be involved with. I will be there with one of our partners, but I will not be involved in that show. But outside of that event, there is some hotels in the complex, and there may be a rave run taking place there. So yeah, we will, but we're not supporting that event at all. At all. They need to change their attitude towards us. 100%. Chris Smith, I have the Hyperion Max 2 for my tempo runs. Great shoe. I want a pair of your words, nutty race day shoe. I'm a bit of a hill striker. You want a maniac shoe for race day. What distance? Hill striker's a funny one because you want to stay away from something like a Zoom X or even, and it's a shame, but like the ASIC shoes because they're so narrow in the heel. But something that's a bit wild. All right, I'm gonna. This is how stupid I am. Because the video that comes out on Thursday will totally go against this. Is the Rocket X2 from Hoka. That is extremely fast shoe. Great shoe. Don't like Hoka, but I like the shoe. Am I allowed to hate not hate brands. Am I allowed to dislike certain brands but like some of their shoes? Am I allowed to separate the two? I think I could do, couldn't I? Because then you have like this inner workings of a brand and how bad they are and how, just basically obnoxious they are. And then, but they make really good shoes and you have to give the shoes credit. Am I allowed to do that? I think I should, right? Being transparent and independent. That's the key here. We're independent. So I should be able to say that something's good, even if the people that work at the brand haven't got a clue what they're doing. Am I allowed to do that? Anyway, I've just done it. Hoka Rocket X2. Do you know why the Super Blast 2 easy ran out of stock? Yes, they don't make enough of them. Give the man a big hug when you see him. And then go from back. I remember going to Hayden's Hotel. I'm new to running. How would you recommend a training week to improve my time, please? Oh, and love the channel. I'm new to running. How would you recommend a training week to improve my time? I think you need to get, obviously, some quicker sessions into your week. So look to do something that's a real high effort, absolute optimal top of your sort of working effort up here. Get that done once a week. Get some sort of medium work done, lactate threshold work in there. Longer run would be good for you as well to build some of that stamina in. So then you could drop some pace in there and then just put some aerobic miles in there. But most importantly, more than anything else, get to the gym. Get strong, people. This is somebody who's not been to the gym for a couple of weeks. Just putting that out there. Getting close to I know, Mick. Mick, I've just gone through 42 minutes. It's your fault. Skin on skin. I'm going in big with Herm now. Any plans to run in tourism? I'd love to get to the southwest. Although, so Aubrey's copying the channel, is it? Yeah. There we go. New Balance Rebel 4 can buy easy. Does New Balance Rebel 4 can it be used for easy and long runs? Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily personally use it for long runs, but it's a good daily trainer. I think it's a more up tempo daily trainer. I wouldn't want to personally take it over like 10 miles. I think the longest I've done in it is about 9. That's enough for me. Again, great shoe though, really cracking shoe. Gary, your dislike shoe brand is growing. It's not that I dislike brands. I just dislike the way, what you find is that, and this is the way they work, right? You'll have like a person or some people working there who basically haven't got a clue. And then all of a sudden they move on and then some new people come in who are awesome and they just get it. And then everything's like back to normal. The product is almost separate. Do you see what I mean? For me, in terms of the dealings. So the products are sort of separate because the people who like the actual product people, they're just amazing people. Like we met a guy from Brooks the other week. He's just such an interesting guy. I could spend hours with him geeking out about like nitrogen and the blends and the CO2 levels and all this sort of stuff. I could talk hours to these guys about the actual geeking out of shoes because I fundamentally like running shoes. Yeah, I'm not just here because I like making YouTube videos. And stuff like cool edits and things like that. It's not what I'm interested in. I'm interested because I really like the shoes and I like running. I did running before I did YouTube. Does that make sense? Not the other way around. But so those people in those companies are amazing individuals. What you find is like the marketing people, they just sort of turn over. So that's the issue. So you'll get a really good brand and they really got it and they just know exactly what they are, what they're doing, what direction they're going, what the narrative is, all that sort of stuff for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Then that person leaves and then you get some complete moron in there who literally hasn't got a clue. But they've sold them a story about, oh yeah, we're going to go and chase these people down. We're going to grow the business this way. We're going to do it that way. And they literally haven't got a clue what they're doing. And they're very frustrating to work with. Or so you end up not working with them. So, and they're quite arrogant as well, some of these people, which is a shame. They probably think the same about me, and that's fine. I can live with that. Because again, I'm independent, so it makes no difference. I don't. This is not my sole income, so crack on. Okay. Hi, Chris. I'm running Berlin. Plan was to run in Asics Meta Speed Paris, but I've got a bit of an injury. So I'm going to walk short interviews all the way. Would it be silly to do a compilation? Whatever you feel the most comfortable in. Personally, if I was a slight niggle and I was going to be walk running it, I'd be wearing something like a Super Blast 2. In fact, I would be wearing the Super Blast 2. Oh, yeah, that's a good. Actually, Alf, I think you summed that up brilliantly there. That's it. It's like you can like a song, but not the artist. That's absolutely the way I feel. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Articulately put. Well done. Thank you, Al. Brilliant. Um, okay. Go put the kettle on, mate. Right, I think that's it, Mick. You've done me again. Totally done me there, big boy. 46 minutes and change tonight. Remember I said to you it was going to be a quick one. Oh, hang on. What's this? Top 3 mistakes most runners make. Top 3 favourite shoes. Top 3 favourite run locations. Pre-run. Russell Munns. I don't know what that is. Come back to me next week if I'm here. If not, the following week I'll be here. Although sounds like there's some really good SEO video subjects there. You have to remember, right? So when we put these videos out, we're using SEO, so search engine optimization, right? So there's AI behind most of this stuff, and we use products that give us titles for the videos, right? And that's why you always see best this, best that, top 3 this, top 5 that, whatever it is, yeah, because that's what it thinks people are searching for. So that's why you always see that. That's why you see top 3 mistakes, top 3 favorite shoes. You know, I bought this from Amazon, you know, I bought these top products from Amazon or something like that, because it's what people are searching for. And that's why we name them. And I do that as well because I'm trying to optimize it so people find the videos, because it's so hard. There's obviously a lot of people on YouTube. So to try and find as many people as you can to see the videos, you what we call optimize them. And we use those sort of titles because they're search criteria using the keywords. So, you know, top 3 running shoes. Running shoes is like a big, obviously searchable topic that people are putting in Google, because Google owns YouTube. YouTube is a search engine, effectively. So that's why we do it. All right. Okay, right. That's it. I shall see some of you in Berlin, hopefully. We are going to the Novotel Tiergarten 8 o'clock for a non-shakeout run. So if you don't want to do a shakeout run and you want to avoid the circus, then come along. We're not doing anything special. In fact, it's the complete opposite of doing anything special. We're literally just going to go, morning, let's go for a run. And then off you go. That's it. So I shall see, hopefully, some of you there. I will get a picture with Herm and we're going to embrace. And that's it, really. So, yes, thanks very much for tuning in. I think you guys have got me into a lot of trouble tonight. I can't wait for the bollocking from Hayden or admin on the back of that. But thank you, as always, for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Honestly, I really do appreciate it. 22 million subscribers, people. And then we're going to name names. So get involved. Right, I'm going to go and watch Queen of the South. So I shall see you all later.